Assassin's Creed. The first Assassin's Creed
Back when it started.
arrived in 2007. And to be fair, that's probably not like the most beloved game in the series, but that's the one that started it all. And it was a really big deal when that first game came out.
Yeah, I mean, I think the original Assassin's Creed, I think you're totally right. Like, it got kind of so-so reviews, but what I liked about it is, it was a historical game, which is more common now, but like in the mid-2000s, you didn't see a lot of that. Like, it was a lot of like Space Marines and, military stuff.
Yeah, military stuff predominantly, just World War II everywhere.
Yeah.
And then finally get something that's way back and not necessarily just tied to a big battle or something.
And so I liked that it had that really different feel to it. And the franchise has been sort of had its ups and downs, but like I don't think anyone could have predicted in 2007 that we'd see like 8 or 9 Assassin's Creed games in the years coming out since then.
Yeah. It began life as a Prince of Persia game called Prince of Persia Assassin. Is it Patrice Desilets? Is that the name of the developer who works on the Prince of Persia games? After Sands of Time, Ubisoft wanted a sequel, and it started out as that, but then they realized it was kind of doing a different thing, realized it could be its own game.
One of the things I remember about the original, and they're not so great at it anymore, but the first 3 or 4 or 5 Assassin's Creed games had incredible trailers and marketing campaigns. Just true. The really just the slow motion and the music and the CG and like the atmosphere and mood that those trailers set felt like it was really different. And like all the other video games were over here and Assassin's Creed was over here doing its own thing. And then the rest of the video game industry has sort of followed suit. And now there's lots of games that look and feel like Assassin's Creed. But that parkour, it put more of an emphasis on stealth in the early games and sort of the open urban environment. I don't know. I mean, the original game did have some problems, but it was really cool and really different.
Of course, now it's very well known that there's this Animus framing device where you're actually a person in modern times reliving the memories of your ancestors. But that was hidden. That wasn't like when they were marketing the first game, that was a detail that they were holding back. And I remember playing it at E3 2006, my first year working for IGN. And on the show floor, you could play through a demo, and then the demo sort of ended with the screen cracking and you coming out of the Animus, and I was like, what was that all about? And the Ubisoft demoers that were working there were like, I don't know. Guess we'll have to wait and find out.
Yeah.
I actually liked, and there were there's a lot of speculation and sort of hints and clues about that. You could see even though they weren't announcing the modern day stuff, your health bar was like a DNA strand.
Yeah.
And you would see little glitches and things in the Animus when you were playing the game, playing that demo. And so it was kind of obvious that there was some sci-fi thing going on there that was sort of beneath the surface.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was neat.
Obviously that launched one of our biggest gaming franchises today. It was they took 1 year off in 2008, but then ever since 2009, there's been an Assassin's Creed game released every year.
Yeah. Actually, now as we film this in 2016, it's the first year the franchise is taking a year off.
But what we are getting this year is an Assassin's Creed movie.
Yeah,
starring Michael Fassbender.
That's very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I love him, so.
Well,
he's
pretty great. Yeah. I don't know. Video game movies don't have a great track record, so. But Michael Fassbender does have a good track record.
Yes, and there's also just so much you could do with the Assassin's Creed films, and there's so much leniency there too as to how you could adapt. It's not, say, BioShock, where it would be very difficult to adapt. This is set in a place that we know that is real. That's not underwater. So